Hello, this is Uncle Patrick again. It has been a while since my last video. If you are new, welcome to my channel. If you had watched my previous series before, I have promised you that I will share more of my travel adventures and tips. In this new vlog series, I'm going to share with you my journey to mainland China. This first episode is about my quarantine experience in a neighboring city to Hong Kong called Zhuhai. I'm going to tell you why I chose to enter the border through Zhuhai. Here's my quarantine hotel. This is the view from my balcony. What do you think? And this is the night view and the living room. I will show you the differences of the quarantine process between Hong Kong and mainland. I will also show you some cool, practical, and fun stuffs that I did during this period. Without further ado, let's go. One of the requirements to go to China from Hong Kong is to have a negative PCR test results done within 48 hours. For a typical lab in Hong Kong, it takes about 24 hours for the result to be sent to you by email. That means you should do your test 2 days before your trip. This was the lab where I did my test this time. On the day itself, I booked a GoGo van instead of taking a regular taxi. The name of the app is called GoGoX. The price is about 20% cheaper than taxi, but the condition is that you must have some goods to transport to be allowed to use this app to book a van to get you to anywhere in Hong Kong. My 2 suitcases certainly qualified to be considered goods. I realized only upon reaching the border crossing from the van driver that he is not allowed to alight me at the departure lobby, since he is not supposed to be taking passengers there. So he dropped me at a car park nearby instead. It is about 200 meters walk to the departure building. That was not an easy task with my 2 pieces of heavy luggage under the hot sun. The departure gate is only opened about 45 minutes before departure time of the bus, so there is not much point to come very early. I bought the bus ticket in advance on WeChat. You can also buy on the spot at the ticket machine. The chance of the tickets being sold out should be low due to the current situation. As usual, they don't allow video taking at the immigration counter. After crossing the Hong Kong side of immigration, we moved to a station where they checked our PCR test result. I brought a black and white printout of my test report and they rejected it. It must be a colored copy. Fortunately, I have the original copy in my phone, which is acceptable. At the station, we were asked to scan a QR code to fill in a cross-border form and submit online on the phone. You can fill in this form during the bus ride, but you need to submit it before you are outside the mobile coverage in Hong Kong, unless you also have a China mobile SIM card, which you can start using when reaching Zhuhai side of the border. We are now crossing the Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau bridge. This is a 55-kilometer bridge tunnel system. It is both the longest sea crossing and the longest open sea fixed link in the world. The bridge connects Hong Kong, Macau, and Zhuhai, 3 major cities on the Pearl River Delta. It was designed to last for 120 years and cost $18.8 billion to build. One reason I chose to cross over the border via Zhuhai is that I saw from some online bloggers sharing that the quarantine hotels in Zhuhai are much better than that of Shenzhen on average. Second reason is that Shenzhen were having some new infected cases there a few days before my trip, so going to Zhuhai will be a safer option. Being in an infected zone might affect my onward journey within mainland China. Okay, now we are at the Zhuhai side of the border. Again, no video are allowed here. We need to do PCR test again here. There is no need to wait for the result. Once we are done, we just need to follow the signs to board our bus to the quarantine hotel. Unlike in Hong Kong, there is no choice for quarantine hotels in mainland China. They will assign whichever hotel available to us when we arrived. But for Zhuhai, there is a trick according to some online bloggers that the first bus usually leaves for the best hotel. Unfortunately, I had some delay at the immigration and missed the first bus. So I will likely end up in an average hotel in Zhuhai. On the way to the hotel now. This place is in a newly developed area of the city called Hengqin Special Economic Zone. It is right next to Macau. Along the way, we can see lots of constructions going on and some of the buildings look impressive. But there are not many people around on the streets. Okay, my quarantine hotel is Vienna Hotel. It looks pretty good from the outside, but the lobby is less impressive. It took more than half an hour for them to check in the full bus load of us. We had to pay for the whole quarantine stay in full upon check-in. They don't accept foreign credit cards, so we can only pay by WeChat, Alipay or cash. This is my room. They leave a chair outside each room for placing our food and delivery. Let me show you the room. The living room is essentially a cinema with a king-size bed. The TV is a projector system on a big screen. There's a kitchen with a washing machine and a microwave. There is a cooking stove but no cooking utensils. The toilet is pretty standard. The bedroom has another king-size bed. They gave me a choice upon check-in and I chose this suite, which costs about 20% higher than a standard room. There's a balcony that I can open and get out for some fresh air. It is perfect for hanging my clothes too. Look at this. I love this view. Apparently, this is a theme park hotel. The theme of my room is the Disney movie Frozen. I believe they have many other themes in other rooms. I don't know whether you can specify what themes you want. They might be able to give it to you if your choice is available. Let me take a look at the washing machine. Everything is in Chinese. It has many automatic functions. I must admit that this hotel has excellent hardware. The owner must have invested quite a lot into this infrastructure. However, its management is not matching up. Look at this. There's grease and stain marks all over the microwave door. Haha, they still can't do simple translation like this right. What they meant here was, do not throw stuffs down from high altitude. Let's look at the toilet. Interesting. There is only one screw drilled into the wall. They should have used at least two. And here on the towel rack, there is also one screw missing. And look at the warning sign. Carefully slide. My elegant projection TV turned out to be not working. There is no phone in the room. I have to use WeChat to send message to the hotel to get someone here to fix it for me. This hotel technician wears full gear protective suit, so he is well protected. However, I don't think he changes his gears when he moves from room to room. He could have spread the virus landed on his suit in another room with infected guests to me. When I was having quarantine in Hong Kong, the hotel staff would never enter my room for any reasons. Okay, great, he managed to fix it. This will take care of most of my entertainment for the next 2 weeks. We are supposed to leave our garbage outside the room. Their collection time is not very regular. They haven't collected for almost 2 days. A young couple stayed in the room next to mine. Look at how much more garbage they generated within the same period. After a couple of days, they just threw out the hotel meals without even opening them and ordered their own food delivery. The hotel staffs come over to our doorsteps to take our temperature every day. Note that I was not required to wear my mask when opening the door, which could be high risk for them if I were infected. And someone came to do my swab test 3 times during the quarantine period. One thing nice about doing quarantine in China is that if you need anything, you can just order from Taobao and it will arrive within a few days. In fact, about 80% of the items I bought arrived within 2 days. The logistics are really impressive. Look at what I got. This is spicy little lobster that can be eaten after heat up by microwave. This is an eye massager. And let me show you this next treasure. This is a back posture correction belt. This is how you wear it. For those of you who have back pain due to prolonged working, this might solve your problem. If you find my video useful, please smash the like button and subscribe to my channel so that you can find more interesting stuff like this when I release my future videos. Not everything you buy online are good. This peach that I got was badly damaged during transportation. However, I got almost a full refund after sending these pictures to the customer service. As this is a business trip, I spend majority of my time working as usual. The large size of the hotel room, the built-in facilities in the room, together with the supplies that I had with me and those I bought online helped me set up the room to be really comfortable. This is definitely more comfortable and efficient setup than my home office back at home. Did you spot any interesting gadgets that you would find useful too? Here are a few that I just bought. Let me know in the comment section if you have any questions about these gadgets. I should be able to send you the links of how to find them online. Exercising is an extremely important part of my routine during quarantine, since I'm locked in a room. This setup allows me to find the exercise that I need from YouTube and feed it to the projection TV. And of course, you need VPN in China in order to connect to YouTube. Entertainment is another important part of quarantine. Without that, it could be easy for one to become crazy. To my surprise, there are actually some Pokémon appearances at my quarantine hotel location, which is in mainland China, although there were no Pokestops or gyms nearby. I suspect it is due to the proximity of this location to Macau. I found it quite cool to play with the VR effects in this Disney-themed room. This projector system is really user-friendly. I can just scan the QR code on the screen to download an app that allows me to project my Android phone wirelessly to the big screen. Just need to follow the step-by-step instructions on the phone. I was doing everything in Chinese, so I'm not sure whether there is an English version. Here are some other cool stuffs that you can do in the room. Isn't it cool to have video calls with your family and friends on this huge projector screen? And of course, the movie experience here is fantastic. You are welcome to leave your comments if you have any questions about how I did all these fun stuffs. The quality of the food provided by Vienna Hotel is nowhere close to those that I got in Penta Hotel in Hong Kong. For those of you interested, you can check out the last episode of my Singapore to Hong Kong vlog series. The food is included in the room rate at Vienna Hotel. If we cancel it, there is no refund. The explanation from the hotel was that they are trying to discourage everyone from ordering food delivery. The hotel has 500 rooms. If everyone orders food delivery, the hotel staffs won't be able to cope with the logistics of helping to send all the food to the respective rooms on time. I did order some food delivery for a couple of meals, but I found the hotel food good enough in general, and I didn't want to waste it, so I survived on the hotel meals on most of the days. They have different dishes every single day until the second week, from which the menu repeats. I guess you can tell which are the hotel food versus food delivery from the video. I ordered quite a lot of extra fruit from online. I think I used less than half of the supplies given to me. The quarantine period flew past in no time. Thank you for staying till the end of my video. In the next episode, I will share with you my adventure in this very interesting city, Zhuhai. Bye.